The bin that did not have fungicide on it, I think the average test weight was like 57.3. The bin that we did have fungicide on was 1.6 pounds heavier corn, so it was 58.9. My name's Luke Gorecki. We're farm about 3.5 miles west of Minneota. I farm with my dad, Don, and my brother Adam, and we have a cattle operation, a cow-calf operation, and then we raise corn, soybeans, wheat, and alfalfa. I would say probably 12 years we've been using fungicide. Up until the last 3 years, we did a lot of V5 fungicide applications on corn. And then on beans, we were doing some acres, but not all of them. And I would say now for 3 years, we've been doing pretty much every acre of corn fungicide at tassel and every acre of soybeans also. We always saw some benefits with fungicide, but it was always a tough decision at the end of the year, depending on the rain, the weather, how much moisture you've had, what kind of yield potential you had out there. Now with the RX program and having that insurance behind it, it makes that decision a lot easier. We can go ahead with our planned program and not have to worry if we don't catch that moisture or don't have that yield potential. So we had 2 fields that are about 1 mile apart. We did the RX program on both fields. The only difference was we did not use fungicide on one field and we did use the fungicide on the other. They were planted within a day of each other and they were both the same variety. And we actually had each of those fields got kept in separate bins. And so it was kind of a unique trial that happened by accident. I've always heard that fungicide will increase test weight on your corn. So we hauled the two bunch of the corn out. We hauled the one bin completely out and the other one we've got a bunch of it out of it. The bin that did not have fungicide on it, I think the average test weight was like 57.3. The bin that we did have fungicide on was 1.6 pounds heavier corn, so it was 58.9, I believe. So there was quite a difference in test weight, and we've never really been able to measure that before when we've done trials, so that was kind of interesting. And also there was a yield difference between the 2 fields too, so when I added up the test weight and the yield difference, we got about a 10 bushel per acre response on the fungicide application versus the non-fungicide on those 2 fields. One thing we have always looked at has been the response by variety from the answer plot data. And so what we found is a high response variety, you're going to get a very large response, 15 to 20 bushels. A lot of times a medium, it seems like we've seen a 7 to 12 to 15 bushel response, and then a low has been from 7 under, depending on the year in the field and the scenario. But if you've got a medium or high response variety from the answer plot, it makes that decision a lot easier also, that you're going to get an economic return on that fungicide.